Are you going on a cruise up to Alaska? If so, this series of Let's Cruise videos is for you. This is the 5th video in the series of our Royal Caribbean Radiance of the Seas cruise from Vancouver, Canada to Seward, Alaska. We do these videos so that you can come along with us and know what to expect, and so that you don't make the same mistakes we did. In this part of the series of our cruise through Alaska, we arrive in the port of Skagway. We take a bus up to British Columbia, Canada, to walk across the suspension bridge over the Yukon River, and then we take a narrow gauge railroad all the way back to Skagway. Wait until you see the views. Skagway, Alaska is situated in the northernmost part of the Inside Passage, near to the border of Canada's Yukon Territory. It is approximately 160 miles north of Sitka. Skagway was the key gateway to the Klondike Gold Rush in the late 19th century, and thousands of prospectors passed through it on their way to the Yukon. During that gold rush, Skagway's population surged to around 10,000 people. Today, the population is significantly less, with about 1,000 year-round residents. Welcome to day 6. Going to Skagway today, and we're going down the channel to it right now. Should be able to see there's a cruise ship sitting right there, which is where we're going. We're going on the narrow gauge rail today, which is supposed to be amazing. And we have to be back on the ship at 2. Our train starts, I think, we have to meet at 7:30, so I think it starts at 8, and it is 4.5 hours long. So we're going to get back around 1 o'clock, which means we're only going to have an hour to get some juniper beer. If you've never been to Skagway before, it's pretty amazing. So I'm just going to watch us come into port and then get all the camera gear and get ready to go. Oh, and by the way, we're walking on a suspension bridge that goes over the Yukon River like a gazillion feet up, and there's tons of rapids below. So, O. Henry is pretty good. Open away. Look at that. Really? The texture is kind of funky. So our train's delayed, and they were going to tell us to stay on the bus, and we're like, yeah, that ain't happening. So we get to hang out in this beautiful little lake here. Fraser Lake. There's a glacier right over there that's up on the mountain. It's gorgeous. I guess we're going to be here for 45 minutes. But we'll make the best of it since everyone else is sitting on the bus. Man, love that adventurous spirit.
Beneath the endless skies, they wander side by side. Third orbit travelers on a cosmic tide. Guided by the northern lights, they chart the unknown sea. In the dance of destiny, they move with graceful ease. Voices of the universe, call them on their way through the veils of mystery. When night meets the day, embracing every moment in the silence of the stars. Together they discover the world beyond the bar. Beneath the endless skies, they wander side by side. Third orbit travelers on a cosmic tide. Guided by the northern lights, they chart the unknown sea. In the dance of destiny, they move with graceful ease. Voices of the universe, call them on their way through the veils of mystery. When night meets the day, embracing every moment in the silence of the stars. Together they discover the world beyond the bar. The world beyond the bar.
right, so we're back on the bus from the choo-choo train that almost killed us. And now we're late because the train left late and got stuck. So we have no time left to explore Sitka. So that means...
Sitka.
I'm sorry,
Okay.
Skagway. So that means we're going right back. Fun.
Set out beneath the sky so grand, with naught but hope held in their hand. Eyes reflecting the celestial dome, they wander far but dream of home. Wind in their hair with every step they carve, a tale of to the wide world to marvel. In the third orbit round the sun, travelers without a map to run.
We made it back on the ship. Barely. And it's freezing.
Oh, yeah.
And then she's drinking iced stuff, so that's why. We have one left. What's this called?
Wunderbar.
Yes. Is this good? Gonna be good?
Of course it's gonna
Okay. You open.
be
This is what it's supposed to be like?
with peanut buttery.
Okay, this is amazing. Why don't we have chocolate like this in the US? We're going to Izumi, the Japanese restaurant, for dinner tonight. And we'll do some videos on that. It is so windy here. That's why the camera's moving. Not because it's windy in here, but because the boat's moving. Ship is moving. But we'll do some videos on that and a few other things. But
Saw you paint a picture of a face, a face that wasn't even close to mine. I know I shouldn't be in love, but it's so hard to move on. You haven't changed, you stayed the same. But if you did, I'd still love you anyway.
welcome to the end of part 5, also known as day 6. And obviously, from what you can see, we're not on the cruise ship anymore. And the reason we're recording this is because the video that we recorded, there were several things or questions or topics that we didn't cover, so we decided to do it again. So let's just start with the day, our excursion. So we went on a bus ride up to the Yukon, crossover, and then we did the train. So what did you think about that?
Very nice. Wasn't miserable. It was chilly, but not
Yeah, and it misted.
that snow.
Yeah.
Flurries.
And we got a lot of Canadian candy bars.
Oh, Henry.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, Kat is a dual citizen of the US and Canada. She was born and raised in Canada. And so she introduces me to crazy Canadian potato chips and candy bars and all that. And I have to say the candy was, other than that green one, was outstanding. So a couple things that we didn't address in the other video. First is, I said, I think twice, that the train almost killed us. The reason I said that is I was actually outside videoing and Kat was sitting inside, and it's like the train hit a brick wall. The thing didn't come to a slow stop. It just, boom, stopped. I came this close to flying over the freaking railing. I would have just gone up into the next car, but still, I was like going like this over the railing.
Video.
Yeah, I should have gotten out of the video. So that was number one. And the other thing is, so this is this second time we've been in Skagway. Skagway is definitely one of those ports that you do not have to do an excursion. So if you find yourself on a cruise going to Skagway and all the excursions are sold out,
Don't be disappointed.
yeah, don't be disappointed, because we were really disappointed that we had absolutely no time in Skagway. There are all sorts of things to do there. If you're a beer drinker, I mentioned this in the video, there's juniper beer that's outstanding. There's an old, if you've been to Juneau, and we did this in our series, the second episode, where we went to the Red Dog Saloon, which is this really old saloon. There's something like that in Skagway that's an old brothel, and they actually have a museum upstairs where they have all the original furniture and everything from the brothel.
And the women are still there.
Yeah, and the women were still there. And then there was that this? I don't think that was the same, but there's a place with all the antlers too that we walked in. Remember that? No? Yeah. We went, the first time we went to Alaska that we just walked around Skagway, that was, I don't know, 10 years ago? Yeah, maybe more. So, yeah, don't feel disappointed, because Skagway is fantastic. There's all sorts of walking paths. There's all sorts of things to do. But the train was great. The last thing is, the first time we went to Alaska, we didn't go in rainy season. And on this trip, it didn't rain in Juneau, but it had rained so hard the day before and the day before that and the day before that that most of the excursions were canceled. It did rain in Icy Strait Point, but only in the afternoon. And obviously in Sitka, if you saw the video, it rained the entire time. It was a little rainy or snowy in Skagway up in the mountains, but the next video, which will be on us going to the Hubbard Glacier, was absolutely gorgeous. But when we went the first time, it was sunny, no clouds the entire time we were there. Yes, it was colder. Did we go in the beginning of the season?
It was May.
We went in May, so the very beginning of the season. It was colder, but it didn't seem colder because it wasn't, you weren't soaking wet the entire time. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. My name's Sean, that's Kat, and we're the Third Orbit Travelers. If you got any value at all out of this video, please give us a thumbs up. And make sure you subscribe if you're into this sort of thing. We do a lot of stuff on Royal Caribbean and a few things on other cruise ships. And a special thanks goes out to all of our channel members, the travelers. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have any members. See you next time.